Hi, and welcome to the Texas Flycaster YouTube channel. My name is Shannon, and if you've never been here before, I do some fly fishing videos. A lot of the videos are fish porn, and they're very popular. The less popular videos are usually about environmental topics like this one right here. Doesn't matter to me. Still feel a need to do these stories because they make a difference in fly fishing in general. So this is a story about an oxbow down in the inner city of Fort Worth, Texas. And this guy's name is Matthew Clemons, and he's an arborist, got all the certifications and everything. And this is a place that he had been fly fishing for many years that got totally screwed by some developers. So the story's ongoing, but this is the first piece of it, and I submitted a story to Lone Star Outdoor News, and I hope that will run in the next few weeks. If you guys are gonna have to bear with me because I'm headed to Houston, Texas, and going to the Houston Fishing Show. And then who knows what from there. Going to try to do some of those lakes I've been promising to do down further south. So hang tough. I hope to do some videos and get them out to you on the road. And watch this video. It's basically narrated and led by Matthew Clements down in Fort Worth, Texas. And it's pretty disturbing stuff, unfortunately, because of what they did to that little oxbow that he'd been fishing on for 30 years. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you get a chance. And here we go with that video, Matthew Clements.
Originally, I went to University of Montana in '94 for college from here in Fort Worth. Lived here all my life in this zip code for forestry. Under the pretense of forestry.
Yeah.
Under the guise of forestry. Man, let me tell you, being at the frickin' bank of the Clark Fork River in 1994 was a pretty nice place to be, dude. So anyway, that lasted for 2 years, and I came back here. But I brought my fly fishing habit back home with me, and I was at least 5 day a week 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old landscaper, lawnmower fly fisher. And this tree, this is a black walnut tree. Huge. Probably 40, no, I'm going to go 48, maybe 50. 50 dBH. Been on the banks of the Clear Fork of the Trinity for, we're going to have 50 dBH on a black walnut. This thing was on the banks of the Clear Fork when Camp Bowie was a base. It was on the Clear Fork this thing was here in the Civil War, this tree. I'm gonna go 250, 275 on this tree.
Years old.
Yeah. The thing about black walnuts is they always look kind of rough, but the wood is so prized that in urban areas, it's really rare to find a big black walnut, because back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, when people actually cut down trees and used wood, these were the ones that they wanted, was black walnut. So this thing still sitting here is a pretty awesome deal. But I worry about it. I'm sure it's going to go away. I'd like to know how old it actually is, but
Well, let's cut it down to find out.
well, we'll get our chance, because a tree like this in the city of Fort Worth, currently, if you are a developer or somebody like that, or somebody who's going to invest in this property, let's say this is a 48-inch tree in the city of Fort Worth. It's for sale for a mere $14,000. So if you decide to remove this as part of your urban forestry plan, you just have to pay $14,000 so the city can put that in their tree fund, and they can run around and plant little 2-inch non-natives all around on the median islands and things like that. Of course, once they stick them in the ground, they never go back and take care of them, so you end up with a bunch of sticks with stakes tied on them and mulch, and it's all a big joke. So for the city of Fort Worth, all of its, all the good intentions of being a Tree City USA since the 70s, since Tree City USA, the city of Fort Worth, as a matter of policy, will sell this tree and rob it from future generations for a mere $14,000. Hey, let's say if you don't declare it, if you do it without getting permission, no problem. Then it's just $30,000. So sometimes it's easier to just ask forgiveness later. If $30,000 isn't much to you, Look at that bullshit silt fence they've got underneath all of that fill.
Yeah.
You think that shit's gonna hold?
No.
Give me
it's not. It'll just wash right over the top. It'll be a landslide, a mudslide.
But hey, inspector come by, yeah, they've got their silt fence up.
1 foot tall, 2 feet tall.
Yeah, they've got the silt fence. Jeez, dude. Loose fill. On an Oxbow. I mean,
so what fish have you caught in here? Bass, you catch bass and sunfish and stuff like that?
Largemouth bass, spotted bass. They're not Guadalupes, but they sure do have sort of a Guadalupe feel to them.
They're angry fish.
Yeah, they hang out in the streams and the riffles, and we're not talking about big ones on that end, but there are big regular largemouth. The bluegill, the sunfish, all of those different little guys are in here. I'm just so furious.
I'm glad I could be here for this. The first furious moments.
You can see, that's all just quicksand, dude.
Yeah.
A plume of silt, of aggregate big gulp cups mixed in with tires, leaf litter, everything, hey, whatever they want to dump over there too. See how we're starting to clear it up. Yeah, all these guys here, they used to roost back there. So take a look at that. See what's missing? That was the forest there, inside the Oxbow of the Clear Fork of the Trinity. Wood ducks, they're like mosquitoes back here, the wood ducks. I've never seen a wood duck, they just don't know where to look or how to see them. Take them down here on this little bridge, wood ducks everywhere. I'm sure they're gonna like their new neighbors. Look, there's the native blackland soil of this Oxbow, that dark black.
Yep.
That was the soil that was holding all of these trees. All of this habitat. All of this filtration that was servicing all these neighborhoods is gone. Look at that stump. Should we pirate that shot and go over there?
Yeah, we should go over there.
They're about to leave for lunch. They just broke. What time is it?
It's lunchtime, probably.
11:40. Let's go.
All right.
God.
What is it?
Thank God they saved that tree.
What is it? It's just token. It looks like they planted it. Well, it saved it. There's a guy.
So, this tree was for sale you're in the city of Fort Worth, you too can buy a tree. Only $17,400. And again, do it, ask permission later, only $34,800.
Double.
That way you don't have to spend $17,400 on administrative costs.
Right.
You can just go straight and get it out of the way. In this
Stay there,
pristine area, you got Whole Foods. I mean, you can go and get your organic shaman blessed basil in there. They were allowed to, and all those people going in and out shopping, they didn't okay. Okay, so where do you think these animals ran off to?
Far, far away.
Not onto the road. Yeah.
There's fishing there now.
Oh man. Yeah, there's fishing. So, our last west side Oxbow of the Trinity River, particularly in the urban, in the middle of the transition of the suburban into the urban. Last one, this section here typically runs clear, typically is very accessible. This site change that has happened, that entire section of wooded native land has been completely edited, deleted from this Oxbow, and they've replaced it with some mixed loose fill. They're going to put, I don't know, 800 apartment units, who knows, I don't know. They're going to put some apartment units, and they probably took down more than 70 trees, 20 of which were like the large ones that we've looked at. And they just wiped them out. And so what's going to happen now, aside from all that wildlife that displaced, the wildlife that services this corridor of the river, that is from essentially from 183 to University Park in downtown Fort Worth. This entire section of river was serviced by this woodland. The egrets, the cranes, the mammals, there's just an endless amount of wildlife that was probably hanging out in here, and it's gone, completely gone. This thing, what's going to happen now is all of the filtration of the incoming stormwater, of the sediment and pollution, all of that stuff is now just going to hit this water, this tiny little waterway, and it's going to run into the to the levee system full of silt. This thing will fill up with silt. This will be completely mudded in. I would predict it by 2024, totally mudded in, completely mudded in. That means a lot of these trees are going to die because the soil level is going to raise, things change, ecologically they're going to change. Look at this native little bur oaks, native red oaks over there. What's left of this little riparian area here, also going to go just because of ecological change.